Hello there, Lynn. Very sorry for the delay in getting your work back to you. Your essay looks super. Um, yeah, the reason why there's a delay in getting your work back to you is because the teacher was away, she got ill, and this is why I'm jumping in and doing the corrections. I'm really sorry about this. So anyway, whether school should be more entertaining or merely focus on education is a continuous debate among people. Excellent. I love the use of merely here. I could suggest that you change people to educational experts just to show, that you've got some topic specific or even educational psychologists. My opinion, it should depend on which level of school that we are discussing. Generally speaking, elementary schools should be equipped with more entertainment elements to inspire pupils to enjoy learning, while for secondary schools and above, there should be more emphasis, not emphasize, on education. And I noticed you got the American spellings there, no problem. Just try to make it consistent. Like if you do American spellings at the beginning, all the way through, and likewise, if you do British spellings, all the way through, don't mix them. On the one hand, there are numerous benefits for elementary schools to be entertaining. One major reason is that the relative low age of pupils indicates that schools should adopt a more relaxing approach in encouraging students to learn through playing. According to the psychological studies which reveal the learning process of young kids, it is proven that the most effective teaching strategy for little kids is learning through playing. Now, kids sounds a little bit informal. So we could say young adults, young children. Children is probably the better one. Okay. So learning through play. Take Finland, for example. Primary students spend most of their school hours outside the classroom, and this helps them to achieve high academic scores after they enter high school. Great. On the other hand, for secondary schools, their primary goal should switch to how to spur students to work hard on their academic curriculum. Great. Obviously, students at this age are mature enough to perceive complex subjects and to take a serious attitude towards schoolwork. Great. Without hard work, without hard work and preservation or perseverance, it is really challenging for them to gain a high score in certain fields. Change that for exceptionally challenging. And the next essay you write, try to review it for words, maybe informal ones or basic words such as nice, big, small, really, very, and try to go for a more descriptive one. In face of that great little expression, schools should foster a strong sense of perseverance. I mean, we've used the word once, so what could we say? Determination and self-control attitude to discipline youngsters focusing on academic performance. Beautiful. To conclude, it is vital, great, to distinguish different students' age, students that require different teaching methods in order to achieve effective and sustainable results. Because we didn't put an article in there, so we have to change it to the plural. For young pupils, schools should apply, again, same issue. Schools should apply more friendly and apply a more friendly and encouraging approach, singular, comma, whereas for teenagers, a more serious attitude is needed for school to conduct the daily routine. So quite a few issues with articles. One way around this with articles is just to change it to a plural wherever possible. And then you know for certain that it's going to be which article to use. It is quite common to see most parents ask their children to read or send them to a reading club rather than play interesting activities. In my opinion, participating in enjoyable games are more important in developing better skills and enhancing creativity than reading. Great. So again, better, superior, advanced, or more advanced. See, so again, not only good and bad, but also the superlatives of those words. Admittedly, reading plays a great start in children's intellectual development, such as language and cognitive skills. Reading exposes children to a diverse vocabulary, sentence structure, and complex ideas. Great little list there. And it's parallel. So we've got 2A, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Fantastic. Furthermore, it also helps children to concentrate and interpret information. However, it is worth noting that for young children, especially those who are aged below 5, and write it, the number, reading should not be their main pastime activity, based on the ground that their brains are not mature enough to understand things merely from reading. Great, so we've got the use of merely there, accurately used. That's fantastic. Here we've got a negative construction. So this is advanced, but I can see from your writing you're ready for this. So we could say, we can, instead of a negative construction, we can use a negative verb, and we can say are immature or are too immature to understand concepts. Okay, again, upgrading the vocabulary. For example, a toddler will find it difficult to learn what an apple is without being shown an apple. Children gain their knowledge basically from their surroundings that they can feel and touch rather than simply reading from books. Beautiful. Therefore, I believe children should be encouraged to engage with enjoyable activities such as puzzles, drawing, and building blocks. And according to scientists, research on child development, these types of games are in line with their learning process. Excellent. So here I would have said scientists state, okay? Scientists state, and then, or even just say psychological, educational psychologist, for example, okay? Because then it sounds more authoritative rather than you just saying it, okay? There are numerous benefits for children to participate in fun activities. There are numerous benefits for children when they participate in fun activities. One of the major reasons is that these games provide children with hands-on experience to foster their imagination and problem-solving skills. Beautiful. Moreover, these types of activities often involve playing with other kids, allowing them to develop a sense of cooperation and competition. These interpersonal skills, great vocabulary, are essential to their future development. Large number of researchers, okay, we can't say researchers have proven that participation in enjoyable activities yield great vocabulary, positive results in promoting both cognitive skills and creativity, as well as physically developing the children. To conclude, I believe that for young children, okay, so we've got some redundancy here. We could just delete this and say, to conclude, I believe that for those under 5 years old, we see, and we're saying the same with less words, and this is higher level skills. It is necessary to encourage them to play more enjoyable activities instead of just reading all day long, while the punctuation needs some attention. While, on the other hand, if children show while on the other hand, why is it giving me this? Anyway, I'd still put a comma in there. While on the other hand, if children show interest in reading, then they surely should be given more opportunities to read. Beautiful. Excellent work there. Have a look at redundancy in sentences. Have a look at parallelism. And have a look at this essay structure as well, because then we could avoid some of the peculiar structure, because we start introducing the idea of scientists mid-sentence, and ideally this should be probably further at the beginning of the sentence, or even in a different sentence altogether. And also, if we can state our knowledge as coming from a more authoritative position, we'll be able to include the occupation, which helps us with the lexical resource, but it also makes our essay sound more academic. So great work there, Lynn. Again, and I apologize for the delay. And yeah, let's see our next essays. The sooner the better. I know that sounds ridiculous after we've been waiting so long, but we're getting back on track now and we're catching up with the backlog. So keep moving. You're doing super and have a great day.